Bud's Health Journey. Thank you so much for tuning in, liking, and subscribing to these videos, and I sincerely hope this helps you guys in some way or some form. So this is the before-after video, and I'm going to start with some pictures here. Number one is just the face. I tend to drop weight in my face. The one is on the left is the before shot. The one on the right is after. I'll get to the stats here in a minute. Here's the front shot. You know, I'm more than halfway to my goal. You can certainly see that I lost a lot of my belly there and a lot of general weight and fat. And inches is the big thing here, okay? And I'm going to scroll through these pretty quick, so feel free to stop and look at my ugly body if you want to. Right side, you know, a little more puffy there than here, okay? Lost part of that belly. Left side, same thing. The back, I mean, if you look real closely at this, it is a little more defined here. Again, you know, still got a ways to go. And oh, the bicep. This one, I know the right picture is a little pixelated, but look at the form here compared to here. So I lost fat and inches there. Okay, so since I'm a spreadsheet freak, and those of you who actually know me personally will attest to that. Here is my spreadsheet. Boom. Okay. Body facts before. When I left for Juicy Oasis, I weighed 218.4 pounds, 15.6 stone if you're from UK or parts of Europe. When I got back, 195.9 pounds, or right around 14 stone. Minus 22.5 pounds, or minus 1.607 stone. So there's your number for 4 weeks, 22.5 pounds in 28 days. BMI went from 31.2 to 27.6, so the body mass index is down 3.6. Body fat percentage went from 31.4% to 26.4, 5% loss of body fat percentage. Pretty happy about that one. Losing weight, it's more than weight, you guys. Water weight down, muscle mass down, which is not a good thing. Bone mass about the same. BMR, basal metabolic rate. As you lose weight, the amount of calories your body burns at sleep or rest, not exercising, does fluctuate. So I actually lost 158 calories per day from my basal metabolic rate. Some call it the base metabolic rate as well. So again, that fluctuates. The higher the better, because that's what you're burning naturally. But all good. I need to base my caloric intake daily on this 1550 number now instead of higher. Visceral fat, that is huge for me. When you're diabetic especially, you have visceral fat in your liver and your kidney. And that, I would have liked to have seen a better reduction in that, but it's all a process. You just keep plugging away. Body fat mass went from 68.5 to 50. That's huge. Okay, so that body fat is coming off here. Bone mass actually down 0.2%. I'm not sure why. Body age went up 14. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. And again, this is a scale that I use at home that measures all this stuff. I also have one of those handheld things. Protein 11.8 to it went up 0.8%. Not too familiar with that one. Hemoglobin A1C, this is the big deal. And yes, I would have liked to have seen better improvement here, but look, I'm not complaining. The doctors here, and for those people in Europe, I'm not sure how you guys measure A1C or the blood sugar in your blood. I think it's different over there, so you'll have to compare. But yeah, it went down 4.7%. So my type 2 diabetes is not gone, but practically. I mean, this is an amazing improvement. The doctors like to see it between 5 and 6 or lower. So I'm definitely headed in the right direction there. Super excited about that. Cholesterol, same question or same answer. 249 when I started, 127. Healthy is up to 200, I think, so, or maybe even 240. So no problems with cholesterol whatsoever. Now, here's the big thing. When you're losing weight, it's not just the weight, you guys. You have to keep this in mind. All these numbers are, should be explaining that to you, but it's measurements too. So here's my chest measurement before my chest measurement before was 45.5 inches. When I got back, 43, down 2.5 inches there. Bicep, about the same. But it's more muscle now, I'm telling you that. Less fat. My belly went from 44.5 to 40.5, so I lost 4 inches around my tummy, my big beer belly. Waist, 42.5, that's kind of like your hip level, lost 3.5 inches there. Thigh, didn't always carrying that much fat on my thighs because my legs are pretty toned. I've relied on them for a lot of things in my life, bicycling, hiking, etc. Calf stayed about the same. Total inches lost, 12.5 inches. Boom! That's humongous. Now, I kept a spreadsheet of every day I was there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way to 28 days. What day it was, calories burned on that day, total, okay? Steps, total. One of my things was I wanted to read at least 2 chapters per day. So these are the chapters that I read. I did crunches, the amount of miles that I walked, miles, not kilometers. You can convert them. How many miles I biked, stretching, sauna, jacuzzi, lifting weights, volleyball, which I had such a blast doing. Who knew, right? Haven't played volleyball since high school probably, but man, good times. Spin class, not a big fan, went once. Colonics, yep, I did it. My body is cleaned out. Cryotherapy, yoga, massage, cold water plunge. That's getting in the pool at about 45 degrees, which I know is about 7-8 degrees Celsius. Pretty profound effect on getting into cold water. Documentaries that I watched. Okay, so let's go down this totals here. And this is just kind of for fun. I burned 85,924 calories while I was there, or averaged 3,068 per day. I walked, or steps. I mean, you get steps when you're riding a bike too, and just moving around, but total steps, 297,255 steps. Or I averaged 10,600 per day. That's great. I read 67 chapters, 2.4 per day, which, exceeded my goal. Was like 4 books, mostly real estate investing, self-storage investing, and Bono's book, Surrender, which was very cool, very poetic. Crunches, I did 3,250 crunches, or I averaged 116 per day, which I wanted to average 100, so that's above. Walking, 86.8 miles, or I averaged a 5K per day, which is exactly what my goal was. They were walking up to 10Ks per day, though, so the walks were a lot longer and even more stringent than I had expected. But I averaged 5K a day, even though I was having leg pain and back pain, so pretty happy with that number. I biked 108 miles while I was there, averaged 3.87 per day, and again, super, super hilly. So I crushed it the last week while I was there, super hilly, so I'd climb for 5 or 6 miles and then turn around and go down. That's the best part about climbing hills when you're on a bike. You get to go down. Stretching, I spent 400 minutes stretching. These are in minutes. 435 minutes in the sauna. 230 minutes in the jacuzzi. Love me a good jacuzzi. 425 minutes lifting weights. 30 minutes here, 20 minutes there. You'll notice these. If you pause these videos, these are just notes to myself that I did have bad days, and that's just me, you guys. Back pain, leg pain were a struggle for me, as you know. Lifting weights, volleyball. I played volleyball for 735 minutes. Spin class once, 30 minutes. Not a fan. Colonics did 3. Cryotherapy did 1. I found that cryotherapy was kind of cool, but the cold pool plunge was way more effective for me. Yoga, I did it twice. I'm not a big yoga fan. If you are a yoga fan, this is, Juicy Oasis is a great place to be, for sure. 3 classes a day, and Kenny, the yoga instructor, is just fantastic. Did 5 massages. Those were necessary for me. I did 6 pool cold water plunges. 1 was in the river, and the rest were in the pool. And again, that cold, super cold water, it hurts. It's painful getting in. 42 to 45 degree water, 7 to 8 degrees Celsius, but it does numb your pain. It numbs your body. It exhilarates you, obviously, and it relieves inflammation in your body. So there's something to that if you can do it. And then I watched 15 different documentaries, some 2 or 3 times. A lot of those I had seen before going. All right, few observations here real quick. I don't have to get up and pee 3 times during the night, which typically I did. People with type 2 diabetes or type 1 diabetes, I'm not sure, can relate to that. It's annoying. Waking up, every time you wake up, you got to go pee. Type 2 diabetes really is almost gone, and I'm continuing down the right road for that. My gut health is 100% for sure. I'm not taking any supplements. I'm getting that from my food. I caught a cold one morning when I was there, and it's just kind of a profound memory. I just woke up in the middle of the night sneezing like 15, 16 times in a row, and I literally felt that I had a cold. A little sore throat. My nose was stuffed and whatnot. But that cold went away in less than 2 days. Just body healed itself because of all the pure micronutrients I was feeding myself. I'm not taking any meds whatsoever. I feel lighter. I feel better. It's easier to get up in the morning. Just because I feel lighter and better overall, it's easier to get up in the morning, and because you're in the habit of getting up and exercising too. Sleep apnea, the jury's out. I definitely feel like it's improved. I have to do a sleep study to verify that, and I'm going to do that later on when I get even thinner. That would be fantastic, though, by the way. My clothes ridiculously fit better. I mean, the belt and the pants that I wore there, which I only had 1 pair of long pants, everything else is just exercise clothes when you're there. I lost 2 notches in that belt. And those pants fit tight when I went there, and they were falling off me when I went home. That's a good feeling. My skin is glowing, and people have told me that. I'm much more focused mentally. That's pretty profound. You can only, you just kind of need to experience that. The neuropathy in my feet is so much better. 80, even 90% better as I'm making this video. And by the way, I do a foot cold plunge. I did a foot cold plunge several times, which if I had neuropathy, numbness in my feet, and it was bugging me in the middle of the night, I would get up and put my feet in the pool, just sit on the edge of the pool, put my feet in for 7 minutes. They'd go numb, and it would help the neuropathy considerably. So that's a habit I'm continuing at home. I'm not anywhere near as stressed as I was. And this is not the end for me. This is the beginning. This was a jump start to get me on the right track and motivated and, headed in the right direction. I really look at this as the beginning for me, and I put together a 21-day challenge as per Jason Vale's instructions when you're leaving Juicy Oasis. And I have a pretty hardcore 21-day challenge that I'm going to implement here shortly, and that will be a separate video. I think that about does it for the before and after video, everybody. I am still seeing a physical therapist, and I'm going to a stretch lab thing, which is a new thing here in the States. It's kind of in between physical therapy and a massage. You go in and they stretch you out for an hour. It's fantastic. It really works for me. I love it. And then I get massages every couple weeks or so. So that's part of my protocol moving forward. I'm rambling as always, but there you have it. Numbers don't lie. It's black or white, folks. Feel free to stop this video, pause it, and look at these numbers. Kind of ignore my notes here. Those are a little bit personal, but whatever. Hey, I'm standing here naked in front of all of you disclosing all of my aches, pains, demons, if you will. And feel free to chime in. Please comment, because it helps motivate me. It helps hold me accountable. And if there's anything I can do to help you, leave a comment, private message me. Happy to help. Love and peace. God bless. Have an amazing day.